Could the triumph of electric cars come as soon as 2023? Well, you know what? I've been very, very, very wrong about one key thing. And that is, I predicted electric cars would take over the entire global automotive market by 2030. Boy, was I wrong. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Electric Viking. Fantastic to see you here today. Thank you for supporting the channel, for subscribing, liking, and supporting the movement of ultimately a better world. That is what this channel is all about. And you're probably wondering, you regular watchers, regular subscribers, hey, my friends, great to see you, by the way. You're probably wondering, what is he doing wearing that bummy looking t-shirt? Well, actually, I quite like it. It was my 40th birthday yesterday, and my brother bought me this shirt. Thank you, Pete. I appreciate your shirt. I'm going to wear it on my videos to show you that I like your present. So that's the reason. By the way, I don't feel 40, but I'm sure I look it. It's kind of crazy to think I'm halfway now to 80. But I plan on still doing this channel when I'm 80, if you'll watch me and listen. Now, this article comes from EvanX, which actually make and sell aftermarket Tesla accessories. When will the killer app for electric vehicles appear? When will we reach the tipping point? When will the famous S-curve of technology adoption turn sharply upward? The oil companies and the legacy automakers and politicians that follow their lead tell us that the fateful day lies decades into the future. We EV evangelists tend to envision a much, much shorter timeline. Me personally, I've been saying it'd be 2030, but I think I might have been wrong. Just have a look at September in China. 20% of all car sales in the market were new energy electric vehicles. Of that 20%, only 3% were plug-in hybrids or hybrids. In other words, 17% of the entire automotive market in China is already fully electric. Now, that has happened way faster than anyone predicted, and we see similar stories all throughout Europe. Now, James Morris writes in Forbes, he surmises that the ICE vehicle's loved ones may start making arrangements with hospice as soon as 2023. Of course, the demise of the dinosaur burner will happen on different timelines in different markets in different countries. In Norway, it's plain that the tipping point has already well and truly passed. In July, electrified vehicles, EVs, plug-in hybrids and hybrids accounted for more than 90% of new car sales. And the Norwegian Automobile Federation predicts that sales of gas cars could dwindle to zero by April 2022. I think that's very likely. In fact, it's probably going to happen sooner than that. Interesting thing is, though, out of those 90%, a very large percentage are fully electric vehicles. Other European countries are also seeing dramatic growth in sales of EVs, even as overall auto sales have declined significantly. In fact, auto sales in China have crashed through the floor. However, interestingly, EV sales have more than doubled. See a trend here? In the UK, according to Morris, battery electric vehicle sales reached 15.2% of the market in September and 9.5% for the year to date. In that month, the Tesla Model 3 was the best-selling car of any kind in the UK, outselling the second-place model, the budget-priced Vauxhall Corsa, by more than 30%. Morris also reports that most TV ads for cars now feature electric models, and that's a tipping point that we certainly haven't reached in the United States. But we will soon. Don't worry, you guys in the United States. It's going to happen. Now remember, in the UK, they do have a little bit more choice than you do right now in the United States for electric cars. But the choice will be way, way, way greater in 12 months. Now, if you don't know what's happening, I've made hundreds of videos about the choices coming to the UK, coming to the United States. I'll put some links in the description below of some of the cars that are coming to your country soon, they're going to give you more choice. Now, this is what makes it so much more amazing that such a high percentage of vehicles sold in the UK were electric, considering the very small amount of choice that they currently have. If you took the Chinese car market and you put that car market into the UK and you said, UK buyers, here you go, you can choose from all of these cars that are on sale right now in China for these prices. I think 99% of the UK car market within 24 hours would be electric. Don't believe me? Just look at some of the videos I've made. You can buy a 600 horsepower EV, SUV, super luxurious, more luxurious than an Audi, for $30,000 in China. That will happen soon in other countries. BYD confirmed yesterday that its EVs in numerous countries around the world will be the same price, if not cheaper, than equivalent gas-powered vehicles. There you go. A simple extrapolation based on an S-curve indicates that battery electric vehicles could account for more than half of total sales in the UK by mid-2023. Now, of course, there's a long list of caveats to consider. Nothing about the global economy is normal right now. In fact, it's insane. The global supply chain for autos and other products is in turmoil, and in the UK, labour shortages in key sectors, which might just be partly due to some of the political choices the merry old English made over the past decade, have added to this COVID-caused chaos that's going on everywhere right now. It's anybody's guess whether the EV sales spurt will continue if and when the global economy returns to normal. But remember this one key fact. Sales of gas-powered vehicles over the last 2 months during this so-called semiconductor chip supply crisis have collapsed. Sales of EVs have doubled. So somehow EV manufacturers are not being faced with this same crisis in the same way that gas-powered vehicles are. Now, I've made several videos on why this is happening. I'll put those in the links in the description below as well. Furthermore, the US has fallen far behind Europe and China in the transition to electric transport. The party may have already started in those markets, but it will take America at least a couple of additional years to come to the scene. On the other hand, the United States market is all about pickup trucks, and electric pickups from Rivian, Ford, Chevrolet, and eventually Tesla are all in the pipeline. Have a look at the utterly insane pre-orders for the Cybertruck, 1.3 million and counting. Every week they're getting an average of about 25,000 additional pre-orders per week. Look at the Ford F-150 electric pickup truck pre-orders, more than 200,000. Look at pre-orders for the expensive Rivian electric pickup, more than 50,000. You can see there is enormous demand, and it won't take long for the American pickup truck industry to move to electric vehicles, because there are so many advantages of having an electric pickup as your daily work vehicle. One of the key ones is, well, if somebody came to you today and they said, hey buddy, I'm going to give you $10,000 a year to drive this superior vehicle, what would you say? Yeah, you see my point. If Ford and General Motors prove to be serious about selling their electric trucks, it's still a big if. The S-curve could start to bend here as well. Now, the naysayers have seen this article. It's been posted on several websites. Obviously, in this video, I've only used about half of the article, and half of it was what I had to say. But in response to this concept, even on the electric car websites, the naysayers are thick, strong, fast, and very vocal. One of the most popular comments comes from Brian Johnson, who said electrified vehicles at 50% in Europe by 2023, likely. Electric vehicles? Almost certainly not. Didn't we see an article recently showing that global battery supply would not allow 50% electric vehicles before 2028? Well, Brian, I'm here to tell you, you're wrong. Just because an article told you that doesn't mean it is a fact. There is literally hundreds of billions of dollars being poured into building new battery factories. Since that article was posted, Brian, guess what? How many new battery factories have been announced? Well, lots of them. And guess what? What is happening right now? Well, there's a shortage in the industry for cobalt, nickel, magnesium, manganese, I meant to say, aluminium, and other things that go into NCA and NCM ternary style lithium batteries. And guess what's happening? The market is pivoting to LFP batteries. LFP batteries? Well, iron is one of the most abundant minerals on the face of the planet. I can most certainly assure you that there will be easily more than enough batteries to go around to have at least half of the world's electric car sales be fully electric before 2028. Well and truly before. Now, Philip said an interesting comment. In many parts of Europe, we're in the middle or just under the S curve. In Sweden, about 50% of all cars sold come with a plug. Until recently, those were mostly plug-in hybrids. But in the last couple of months, electric vehicles have caught up and even passed. And many other countries in Europe are only just behind. For Europe, I put my faith to Tesla and the Berlin factory. 500,000 extra Teslas produced will put a huge spike in the S-curve and push other manufacturers to accelerate their electric car plans. For the US, I'm waiting for the government subsidies to be updated. That combined with Giga-Texas will mean a lot. Also, as you say, electric pickups. The only question mark I have regarding non-Tesla vehicles is whether they will have the production capacity needed to actually make a difference. What do you think about this? Will Tesla dominate the electric car market in the same way they do today in 2025? Will the competitors come and take away a lot of their sales? Or will Tesla continue to be the most sought after brand in many countries around the world? I'm intrigued to know what you think. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching the video. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks for liking. And I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.